It seems if it's not meteors, it's nor'easters. We're looking at a chart going into 10 days of a forecast with 3 possible nor'easters in that time. Also, Saturday's historical winter windstorm is now being called a derecho. We called it here on the channel early on, but you could see now, according to these headlines, this one in particular, storms that roared through Iowa officially declared a derecho. I'll discuss exactly what that is. Take a look at this earthquake near Vancouver Island, Canada. Fairly strong, a 4.2, downgraded to a 3.6, but we are looking at over 1,000 reports of all different explanations of what they felt and saw as the opposite East Coast got swarmed with another string of meteor sightings. Take a look at this earthquake pattern in the middle of the United States right now, leading to that Canadian earthquake. Man, oh man, I can already tell it's going to be a long weekend. I hope you're all doing well, enjoying your Friday morning. We're going to break it all down right here, right now. Let's go. All right, my friends, welcome back. December 17th, 2021, 11:15 a.m. And of course, I'm going to talk about this upcoming weather and our first derecho since August of 2020. That is what they are calling Saturday's winter windstorm. Unreal. All right, and I will show you the details on the derecho, but we got to check out the 10-day forecast and the possibility of 3 nor'easters. You're looking at the extended right in front of you now. So I'll go ahead and pause it, and we'll start right here. December 17th, we have our severe bit of weather right here in the center of the country, right by Mimo the Elf's belly button. Western Tennessee, Western Kentucky. Deja vu. Maybe not as strong, but deja vu as far as the weather. Now, we talked about this, but what it's leading to is something interesting. For the next day and a half, we're going to see the Gulf flow. Once again, the flow from the Gulf is swinging up, creating this line again, separating the hot and cold air, more so the southeast in the warm areas. And then everything on this side, boom, nice and cold, and we can wrap all the way up towards the Great Lakes, and we see a similar setup to Winter Storm Atticus. Now, does this mean we're going to get the same energy and tornado situations as we did last Saturday? It doesn't, but it's possible. So as we continue to move through Sunday, that's when the bulk of this winter storm is going to take place. The upper half of New York, basically the cutoff is right along Massachusetts on the west side, coming back towards the east through Ontario. This would be the first of the nor'easter situations, so that would be number 1 and most likely the most accurate, being that it's the closest. Now, as we move into the future, everything is basically a coin toss after 5 days. So we're looking at December 21st right now. We have a low pressure system building in the Gulf. This is going to cause some issues for the southeast, and one up top way above the states. But as Tuesday winds down and we move into Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to have the meetup of 2 low-pressure systems. This is our typical 9-symbol, very straightforward nor'easter. If this takes shape and stays as is, this could be one of the more potent ones that kind of peaks over Maine. As time goes on, these things kind of cut back towards the United States, and we're left with a nor'easter right over the tri-state area. Now, this third one we're going to talk about quick is probably going to change a lot, but it mimics the first one we just saw, except the low-pressure peak is over West Virginia just before the coast. And as we move into Monday, December 27th, we see a very messy situation pulling snow all the way down through West Virginia, all the way through Pennsylvania, with the high isobar and wind more than likely being along the outer banks of the Carolinas. So, at least be aware that this situation is present and possible. Don't put too much planning into this just yet. We want to wait till we're about 5 days away. But with that said, we have a lot to deal with before that. Again, here is number 1. This is taking place Sunday. Sunday is going to be a mess for a lot of the upper northeast. And once this first low pressure system is off in the Atlantic, we're going to start getting much better forecasts and ideas of how this Gulf flow, man, this almost looks tropical to me, is going to interact with this low pressure system that puts another nor'easter way up to the northeast, but that may change and it may buckle down right into the tri-state area. All right, my friends, and now we got to talk about our second derecho since August of 2020. The big winter windstorm that is being talked about all over the world is now declared a derecho. For those of you that don't know, and this will probably become a more common term as time goes on, unfortunately, derechos are fast-moving bands of thunderstorms with destructive winds. The winds can be as strong as those found in hurricanes or even tornadoes. Unlike hurricanes and tornadoes, these winds follow straight lines. When you think of storms with strong winds, you probably think of spinning storms like hurricanes or tornadoes, but did you know there are types of thunderstorms that can have winds just as strong These are called derechos. Really quick, I'm just showing you a radar image of the lifespan of this situation. It was unbelievable. In fact, I posted a picture of when you had that big arc right through the middle of Iowa. What a picture that is. And what a storm. We knew this would be considered a derecho based on the fact that August 20th had a very similar setup, just a lot more to the south. And we may see another one of these by the end of winter. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link for this article right here that has a bunch of different cool stats about this derecho and about other ones. And it's not just the derecho, it's the amount of tornadoes that took place in the month of December. A lot of things happening that have never happened before. And that is what's key. Remember, this swarm had 20 plus tornadoes. We're going to move right along here, and a lot more people have been asking me about our giant Ferris wheel down by Havana, Cuba. Now, this is just an odd situation. I don't know what this is. I've been looking into it for a while now, but every day around the same time, 7:18, 7:16, 7:30 one time, this thing pops on, and this radar gives us some sort of anomaly here directly over Havana, Cuba, that then, as you can see, quickly disappears. One thing I will do is I will continue to look into this and try to find out if there's something about this specific radar that's giving off this signal and we're just able to see it, if this is common, uncommon. More or less, chances are it's going to be an opinion-based thing by anyone who covers it unless we get a legit answer. We're going to jump over to the USGS quick. Already a 6.0 earthquake near the South Sandwich Island region down by Antarctica. That is the biggest of the day so far, but take a look at this interesting pattern all in a row too. If we start right here by Western Mexico, we had a 4.4, shortly after a 2.5, then in the heart of the country we had a 3.3, then a 3.1 in Montana, and then this earthquake here near Ganges, Canada. Very interesting earthquake, a lot of reports here, and I just want to touch on this really quick. Something that stuck out to me about this quake was the amount of people that jumped on very quickly to report it. Now, you are literally looking at hundreds of reports that came in within minutes of this quake that started off as a 4.6. It was then downgraded, but take a look at some of these reports, and these also lead me to believe this could have been some sort of explosion in the sky, more like a very strong bump, like something rammed into my house in Richmond. East to west, huge bump / bang at 4:11 a.m. Here's another interesting one. Felt my bed shake laterally. One strong slam against the house, then nothing. No obvious damage. In this one here, this person actually felt it getting closer. I was in bed and woke up. I heard a sound which reminded me of thunder far away. Then the house started shaking. Our bedroom is on the top floor, second story house. And very quickly, felt it coming like thunder rumbling. Then the whole house started shaking. Glad it wasn't too long. Very unsettling. So basically, the shaking was felt, and many people believe it was an earthquake. Chances are it was. But what's interesting to me is the way they felt it coming. People heard a bang, then felt the shaking, almost like a sonic boom type deal. And I bring that to you because of this. Sticking to the meteor topic and going just to the East Coast, take a look at what happened over the last 2 nights. Basically, Ohio, and this is coming after the peak of a meteor shower. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th here is very interesting. Take a look at this one with images as well. Very cool shot here by William W. submitted to American Meteor Society right over. It looks like a church of some sort. Very, very distinct looking meteor right there. I will leave links to each one of these, but tell me there isn't some sort of theme going on here. The upper East Coast is being bombarded by meteor sightings, and I'm not just talking 1 or 2 people. These are 30, 40, and 50 people deep, having seen each of these events taking place, and they are really honing in on that eastern coast. This cool shot here, taken by Curtis J, shows what looks like a green light coming off this meteor. Now, it could be because of the night vision. I had some people asking me about this. This might be a night vision color anomaly. It may not have been a green color per se, but nonetheless, the amount of sightings and reports that aren't even reported on this site are amazing as well. I get tons of them almost daily from people outside of these known websites. My friends, I will be staying super busy this weekend making videos and trying to bring you the latest data going around globally. I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch this video. Shout out to Canada, and I hope the beginning of your weekend goes well. I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.